Zone 6.
Smart nigga though.
Wow.
I got money that I saved and I'm back on road. Get my jewelry out the safe, cause I'm back on road.
Yeah.
I still do these hoes the same when I'm back on road. If you wasn't there for me when I was all alone, then bitch don't expect no love.
I'm just
when
a
I'm back.
East Atlanta nigga with a body on his belt. I done had a million beats, but I ain't never called for help. I'll take a nigga bricks and I done took a nigga rep. Put that pistol on your partner and made him piss all on himself. Got your bitch so pissy drunk that she done threw up on herself. Before I send her back to you, she gon' have goo up on her breath. I'm the last real nigga left, I'm on an island by myself. I'm my only competition, so I'm battling with myself. Play some shit and
Turnt Up TV, Colorado's #1 show. Represent, man, in the box state. You already know what it is on iHeartRadio and Spreaker. This is Turnt Up TV for sports, music, entertainment, and, of course, Colorado hip-hop, man. My boy Franktastic in here in the building right now. We got a lot of things to cover. Turnt Up TV takeover, Frank. Was live this weekend.
Man, oh man, we killed it down there at the pit. You know what I mean? For our first show, getting back to it, so we're going to start taking over this year. We got a bunch of shows lined up, man.
That's what it is. That's what I'm saying.
I'd have to say we definitely had a nice lineup with C-Los and SFA headlining it.
It was cool, man. It was a lot of love. A lot of different artists was there. Shout out Prodigal Son. Shout out Come Vibe. So we'll definitely get into the show, talk about who we think threw it down, man. Also talk about Thomas the franchise holding it down.
Oh, Thomas definitely killed it at the Stampede, man. He had that crowd for the free show. For that, I heard a lot of people said that was the best show, better than that Luis Coronel.
And he's fucking big time.
He's
bro.
a big time. He's the Bieber of Spanish music right now.
So we'll talk about that. We'll give our opinion. Also, man, we'll talk a little bit of mainstream news. Iggy Azalea reportedly broke off the marriage with Nick Young because he knocked up his ex-girl, bro. Did her dirty.
She better look good. She better look better than Iggy, though.
We'll talk a little bit about that. And also, Andrew Luck, talk a little bit of sports, signs a huge contract. My boy Frank is an Indianapolis Colts fan, so he's going to give his take about what he thinks about what the future for the Colts are coming on. And then also we'll talk about Von Miller, man. A lot of different things. Deal's not done yet. A lot of people are talking about him possibly leaving and taking it out of Denver.
There's some teams out there that want him too, man. Oakland step up to the plate.
No doubt. They say in conference, man. So as always, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Check us out. Turnt Up TV, man. Google us. We say it all the time. iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Facebook, all that. Like I say, man, it was great this weekend to have all the artists in the spot, dude. Like, it was really cool. It was the first time we threw a show, Turnt Up TV Takeover, and we had a lot of different independent artists that came through, and it's crazy to see the talent. Like I'm saying, like to really see these artists really pulling out.
Like I've hosted shows, you know what I mean, with people before, but like for it to be one of my own and to kind of be with my best friend and my partner, you know what I mean, to go up and host our own show, have our own lineup that we chose together.
Thanks, man.
You know what I mean? Obviously, shit. You know, I'm just saying, just in general, you made the whole. You pretty much did everything. Don't get me wrong. You ran the shit, but for me, it was an experience just to be able to do that. You know, what I mean, it's been a long time.
No, it was fun, dude. I had fun hosting it with you. It was really cool. And like I say, it was different because it was Eddie P was out there.
He definitely was out there wilding, boy.
No, he did. He did finish his set, put a great performance on. But Ava was lit. Dude, Eddie was lit. Shout out Eddie P, the Conscious. Prodigal Son was in the building. Common Vibes, man, came down from Golden. Man, thank you guys for coming it down. You guys opened up the show. Paper Crazy was insane. And then we jumped into, like I say, Eddie P held it down.
My cousin, man. We knew he was faded when we got there from sound check. I even saw my boy. I was like, we got to get you some food, man. But he went on. He said he was in basketball shorts. He didn't give a fuck,
and he still did. He did put on a great show, man. And he's opening up. He's opening up at Sean Mercy Combs this weekend, July 16th.
We're definitely hosting in that too. So whoever's out there looking to come and check us out, you want to get that Turnt Up TV Takeover Part 2? That's where it's gonna be.
Dude, what about Miss Rice?
Oh.
Miss Rice, shout out Miss Rice.
Miss Rice,
honestly, I think Miss Rice is really one of the top coming up MCs in Colorado. A lot of artists have been messing with Miss Rice for a while. She's been putting on music for a long time. I went to high school with Miss Rice. I remember hearing her bust her first freestyle, and to see her on stage.
She was a hooper too in high school.
Yeah, she's Baller Rice, man. She's Miss Baller Rice. You know what I'm saying? But
and I was even telling,
but she's amazing, bro. She really. I'm glad that we got her on the show. Miss Rice, we got to get you on. We're going to have Turnt Up TV Takeover too. We definitely going to have her on.
And I told her, and I even told her too, I was telling her that we're going to headline her. We're going to have her headline one of our shows. Just easily said. I was just with the performance that was given that day. I was like, I even told her, I was like, we should have had you headline the show. I was like, but you know what I mean? We had a great performers headline our show. But either way, we're going to have her do it, and I think she'd be a great show to have headliner.
And, we always keep it real on Turnt Up TV. Miss Rice, she did approach me, and she, we're talking back and forth about the show coming up, and, this is just being, like we said, Turnt Up TV, we keep it 100 right here. And she just said that she thinks that a lot of people underestimate her. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie, I didn't underestimate her. I know that she's a great artist, but I did... I'll be 100. I did fucked up by putting her where I was supposed to. She's gonna be big,
that's what
man.
I'm saying. And I told her that this was just a first show that we were trying to get together and get something going, and it turned out whether we liked it or not, turned out what we expected it to be was good. And I think. And like I told her, we're going to have you headline a show because that's your spot. I was
she was great, though.
Oh, she was phenomenal.
She was awesome, man. Shout out Miss Rice. Also, shout out to her DJ, man.
DJ
Cavassier on the mic. She
Animosity, a.k.a. Animosity.
And she spit some flow. She was on the turntable. She was rocking it, doing it, holding it down. And it was awesome because it was another female artist in the spot that's doing big things. And like I say, dude, we talk about a lot of people sleeping on down here. I think people are really starting to wake up. We're making the noise for the no-co runners. So then next we had Utah come. Or no, we had Tajay. Tajay came up this weekend at the Moxie. My boy Tajay will be opening up. Make sure y'all get down there, check him out, man. We're going to be in the spot. This is huge for him because, like we say, this is another artist.
He's making some noise.
Greeley artist who came up. And now, he's opening up for Kurt Cobain's. And this show's going to be insane, so make sure you get your tickets. Shout out to Eli, man, doing that big things down there at the Moxie. And he definitely had a great show for us, bro. He was up there, acting a fool, got the crowd into it, telling jokes.
Tajay, and he does what he does, man. It sucks, he had some technical difficulties within his media back in the sound stage. But, he didn't let that stop him. He was killing it a cappella. He did what he had to do. He was still killing the show. And I think that's what makes him one of the top performers is he does give that intensity to the crowd and get the crowd into it. So, and that's where one thing we got
this weekend, like I'm saying, you guys got to be there down here in Greeley, Colorado. If you're in Northern Colorado, Kurt Cobain's at the Moxie. Better get your tickets Saturday. We're going to be in the spot. We're going to have the camera crew there. Shout out to Garrison and his lady Hannah Elizabeth, man,
Northern
for
3 Company.
Northern 3 for doing the background and all the video for us. So then we had a guest appearance, man, coming in. But first we had Ecstasy representing Bass Music Entertainment came in and had a great show. Came straight off of the Afro Man show.
Afro Man show, and you could tell he was there to do his set and get ready to get going. And honestly, man, Ecstasy every time, even when we were just chilling in my car and we were just in the car freestyling, man. I was just amazed by the talent that the guy had, and
you can tell he's a natural performer.
Oh,
bro.
he is.
He just gets up on stage and he's been doing it for so long. And at the show, I talked about it. I said, you guys got to give respect to Stilo Bass Ecstasy and Bass Music Entertainment because what he's been doing, he was one of the first rappers that you've really, when we were coming up, he was one of the dudes doing it.
He's like one of the Thomas the Franchise people that were first started out, you know what I mean? And like I said, I remember meeting Thomas when I was a 5th grader and hearing about him. And,
no doubt.
And those were probably the same guys who were out there rapping. And it's
sure.
But no, definitely came on, fucking killed it, got the crowd live.
Killed it, bro. And like I said, came off the Afro Man show. Was courteous enough to come through and still rock our show, man. So shout out to
that's work. My boy that's putting in work right there. So for all you artists out there that are trying to get their name out, look at that. Motherfucker goes from performing at one concert in one town. Let's just say, and it was Afro Man, still whether big name or not. and then he comes down and performs down at another show. That's where you got to get, and you got to get your fucking music going, and that's what he was doing. He's pushing, man.
And like I said, he's been doing it for a minute, so that's why I had to get him on the show.
That's that proven type shit, and that's why we've had those X Factor shirts, and you know what I mean. We're gonna get you some more. We're gonna get you some more shirts coming out too, though.
No doubt, man. So then after that, man, we had some artists drop out, bro. We had some people that kind of put us in the scramble last minute. So
at
the end of the day, honestly, the show turned out amazing.
It was awesome,
and because we were able to get an artist on that honestly has made a name for himself more than any of these artists that we were going to put on. And there's no disrespect to them. You know, they whatever it was, they couldn't be on the show. But this artist, it really worked out. My boy, Sean Mercy Combs, representing Fresh Crew, boy, Colorado Springs, Fort Collins, came down. And he literally shut down the place, boy. He had what was that song? Back to life.
He was hitting with them old school.
Back to reality. He just killed
it, man.
So he really did a really, really good job, man. And I'm proud of him because what he's been doing, he's really grown up. We've grown up together as a business, you know, as him as a musician. He was
one of our first interviews.
He literally
Freestyle
was
Friday.
Our first freestyle on the show. Shout out Sean Mercy.
Came through,
and,
killed it.
You know, he hit me up last minute because he was going to come show love to the show. And I said, hey, I had some artists that backed out, pulled out of the show. So can you rock the show?
No fear, baby, no fear.
And he was so happy. He took it up instantly. And then when he came and I showed him the set list and he was rocking like third to last, like, you know, he was ecstatic, bro, and I told him, dude, it's all respect. Like, I love your music, and
he was excited when I talked.
I'm being honest. I'm glad you're here, other than these other artists, because really got. You know, I don't know what these other artists would have done, but to get him to come and be a part of it, Fresh Crew, shout out that man, Colorado Springs in the building, the fam crew, definitely. So check him out, July 16th, Frank. His album release party. We are hosting it at the Moxie, Utah in the building. Silos, Tajay, a lot of different artists. Dante, that guy. Man, it's going to be insane. So make sure you get there in a couple of weeks down here, man, and check it out. Check us out. Get the tickets coming in at the Moxie. You can check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and all that shit, man. So this weekend was pretty crazy. And then, you know, coming down to the end of the show, Utah came in, threw down an amazing set. Utah is really one of the most unique artists I've seen coming in right now, and it's funny that his name's Utah, and he's repping Colorado right now. But the boy puts on, man. I mean,
he did, and that's one thing I loved about it.
And the kicker freestyled the whole fucking set.
That's what fucking.
Yeah, and he did, and I know he did.
That's what fucking baffled me at the end of the show, and I heard that, and I'm like, okay, I had to give the kid props, man. He came on, and he respected the whole show, and he definitely, you know what I mean, he did what we expected him to do. He came and performed. That's what I love about it.
And he performs, man. He's a natural performer, and I love it. I really honestly do. It was insane to see him. And you could bet and this is just being the boy, you can bet your bottom fucking dollar that the boy's going to take his shirt off on stage while he's performing.
You know he's going to take his shirt off. Dude, damn near,
with the cherries
keep any of his clothes on.
I motherfucking J.R. Smith over here.
Yeah, just, you know what I mean? And if there was, you know what I mean, he would have definitely crowd surfed if he could have.
And that's what makes him that dude, is Utah is just that dude. He don't give a fuck. He makes great music. And if, you know, like we said, his whole set was freestyle, and he blew the crowd away.
Yes.
But if you listen to his music that he's actually sat down and took time to put the lyrical, you know, ability into it that he does, it's insane. And I can't wait for this boy to see him do big things. Definitely go get him on Turnt Up TV Takeover 2. So shout out the boy Utah, man. So coming down, the last artist, man, SFA and Silos rocked the crowd.
They fucking had a lot of songs, man. They were going crazy.
They had a lot of songs. D Rizzle, D Baptist, Miss Perla. Miss Perla got up there. Miss Perla got up there, rocked the show, man. And not only that, but Jules, when he got on to start singing.
Jules had that. No, that's what the thing I liked is that they had every type of talent that you could.
And that's what makes their group so fucking great. That's what I love about it.
They had the slow.
They got exactly. They got D Rizzo, dude. He got that hardcore kind of that, you know, that Jeezy trap flow. D Baptist, bro. It's got the lyrical ability. Silos just rocks a fucking crowd, bro. Like, he's just a natural performer himself. I'm excited for him.
I was crazy. I didn't know how young they were until I saw them when I came to my house for this interview.
Yeah.
I saw some youngins at my house.
Some young cats, man, and they're putting on, and that's what I'm saying. You know, it doesn't really work, but they make it work because how unique they are as a crew.
And that's the thing is, if you could get the crowd going, that's what it's about nowadays. It's the performance that people pay for. And, you know, I mean, nowadays people can put out some shit-ass songs and you'll still hear it on radio station. But it's all about how you perform, and if you can get the crowd to get with it, if you crowd get jumping and moving, that's all it's about, man. It's about that rhythm.
Hell yeah, man. So shout out to everybody. We appreciate y'all coming down, rocking for the tier. Oh, man, we can't forget. We were Rain.
Oh,
D-Rain rocked the spot, man. No disrespect, man. D-Rain came through with a headset on, walking out to the crowd, doing a wireless mic, killing it. He came in, he put in work. He had DJ BX in the building with him.
DJ Bronx in the house, man. DJ Bronx killed it too. Shout out DJ Bronx. We see you out there.
And it's crazy just for him to come down and be the artist he is, because he's honestly one of the hardest working artists that I know, working from the Denver area. And you know, I'll be honest, I feel like he gets a little blackballed a little bit.
Oh,
gets
yeah,
a little pushed to the side.
And that's politics,
it
man.
is.
That's just what you got to go through. You got to find ways to get around.